I'm Davey. I'm awesome. And welcome to the Comment Corner, where you guys make comments on my videos and I respond every week. And in between responding to your comments. You know why frogs taste like beer? Because they're full of hops. So kicking off this week with last week's Comment Corner, the Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt Corner. Daniel DeLeon69 commented, "Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk. Rest in peace." Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, "Also rest in peace, Arlene Sorkin, the original voice of Harley Quinn." Yeah, that week we lost 4 celebrities. And I'm sorry, but I couldn't do a corner for all 4 of them. That would have been a long title. That would have been the Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt and Arlene Sorkin and Bob Barker Corner. But rest in peace to all 4 of you. Then Rihanna Moore commented, "I'm so sad about Wyndham. Cried a lot." I didn't cry, but I did get emotional. I got choked up, especially during the dedication stuff they did. Same with my son James. That was his favorite wrestler too. In fact, he started watching wrestling with me because I was watching wrestling one day and The Fiend came on and he was just instantly attracted. Probably because my son is a huge horror movie fan. He was crushed when he found out Bray Wyatt died. I think honestly as a father what kind of hit me the hardest was his small children. Then Jay McCool commented, "Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace." 2 Antennas got married. The wedding was okay, but the reception was fantastic. Then on my Davey's Awesome Stories, That's So Petty, where I talked about my father and the fact that he's ridiculously petty. Daniel DeLeon69 commented, "That's so petty." My brother the film bestie replied to him, "That's so Raven." Josh, that's so dumb. Then the film bestie commented, "That's so fetch. Stop trying to make fetch happen." Then the film bestie commented, "Dude, that's where we got those milk crates? I still have 3 of them." Yep, that's where. And I found out after that I still have 1. My kids use it. Then the film bestie commented, "Great, now I want candy." Dun 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 dun, I want candy. Well, go get some candy. But I ain't walking to the store to get it. Then Jay McCool commented, "Wow, most petty people just say things behind someone's back or do things like refuse to give someone a ride home because they didn't say God bless you when they sneezed. But your dad takes it to another level." Oh, I have barely scratched the surface there, buddy. You know what you call a laughing motorcycle? A Yamaha. Then, on a Davey's Awesome Movies I did a couple of months ago, my Davey's Awesome Movies for Kickboxer 5 The Redemption. New commenter Kingsley King's Fun commented, "Kickboxer 5, I have that movie. It's great. But when I saw that movie, I thought, David Sloan will be in that movie. Van Damme should have been in that one instead." Well, at the time that Kickboxer 5 came out, Van Damme was still kind of a star. Like, he wasn't in his heyday, but he was still making movies that they were actually putting some effort behind. So he was not going to do something like Kickboxer 5. As far as saying it's great, you are the first person I have ever encountered that has ever said that about Kickboxer 5. Granted, I don't know that many people who've even heard of Kickboxer 5, let alone seen it. But the few I do know, like me, absolutely hated it. And not only that, but when I was going online looking up reviews for it before I reviewed it, it wasn't just the critics, even the fans. I did not see one positive review for Kickboxer 5. Then Kingsley King's Fun commented, "I would love to see Matt versus Tong Po in Kickboxer 5. I think that would have been better. And they should talk about Eric, Kurt, and David in that movie. But Matt is a good fighter." I have no issue with Mark Dacascos. He's a good actor and a good martial artist. Loved him in Brotherhood of the Wolf. But the problem is, if they weren't going to do David Sloan, then they should have just made it its own movie to have nothing to do with the Kickboxer universe. As far as him versus Tong Po, okay, sure. Might have made it a little bit better. But the movie itself was just very uninspired, very thrown together, and a boring piece of crap. Honestly, I think I'd rather watch the Kickboxer remake than watch Kickboxer 5. Then another new commenter, Abraham Crowley, commented, "Jeff Speakman would have probably been better for Kickboxer 5. He was more charismatic than Mark Dacascos." Maybe. Loved him in The Perfect Weapon. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid. But I don't think any actor was going to make that movie better. Because ultimately it wasn't because of Mark Dacascos that movie sucked. That was because of the writing. My wife and I constantly argue about which way to hang the toilet paper, so our therapist suggested we try each other's way for a week. It's real role reversal. Then on another Davies Awesome Movies, my Davies Awesome Movies review of Kickboxer 4, The Aggressor, Kingsley King's Fun commented, "That one is my favorite, Kickboxer 4. I have that one on DVD. And Tong Po is funny in that one. It made me laugh a lot. I like David's style in that one." That one I can agree to disagree with. Kickboxer 5, I can't even agree to disagree. I'm just going to have to disagree. Terrible. But number 4, I didn't really like it. When I saw it as a teenager, I was very disappointed in it. But now as an adult, I can sit there and laugh at how bad it is. But I can't say that the guy who played Tong Po did him well. It's kind of weird. A Thai fighter like Tong Po now suddenly has a very bad Mexican accent. "I dreamed I was a muffler last night. Woke up exhausted." Then on my Davies Awesome Movies for Kickboxer 2, The Road Back, Kingsley King's Fun commented, "Kickboxer 2 and 4 is my favorite. I thought Jean-Claude Van Damme would be in that movie, having a rematch with Tong Po. They should have done a street fight like Rocky 5, Kurt versus Tong Po Street Fighter. That would have been good. Then number 3, Tong Po beats Kurt in that scene, and Kickboxer 2. I don't know if that would have been better. And ultimately it didn't happen because Van Damme didn't want to do the sequel. He wanted to go make Double Impact. Which I can't say was a bad move, because that movie was a lot more successful than Kickboxer 2. Insurance companies warn campers. If somebody steals your tent while you're asleep, you won't be covered. Then getting back into this week's videos, my Davies Awesome Wrestling for AEW All In London. Daniel DeLeon 69 commented, "AEW All In live at Wembley Stadium with 80,000 people. 81,035. Then the Film Bestie commented, "All I can say is I've not seen any AEW shows is good riddance CM Punk. Long love Paige." She goes by Saraya now. Then Jay McCool commented, "I gotta ask, how do you feel about CM Punk getting fired? As big a CM Punk fan as I am, and I am, I still love CM Punk, I can't help but agree with that move. It was the right choice, especially with everything that's been coming out since then. Like, at first everybody was saying it was Jack Perry's fault, and now the reports are that they have video footage of him getting in Jack Perry's face as soon as he came through the curtain and asking if he had a problem, and Jack Perry saying, 'No, I was just trying to get heat,' and CM Punk throwing fists. The man, Phillip Brooks, CM Punk, really needs to humble up. His ego has gotten out of control. Especially because he's so mad at Jack Perry for making a little dig at him during an event, but it's okay for CM Punk to do that. He does that all the time to members of the Elite or just anybody else he doesn't like. Whether it's the members of the Elite or Eddie Kingston, whoever, he throws out little jabs that inside wrestling fans would get for his own ego. But somebody else does it to him and he's got to fight about it. Not to mention this is not the first time he's gotten butthurt and started a fight over something. So like I said, as far as Tony Khan firing him, I kind of have to agree with it. To me, it's like CM Punk has become that co-worker that we've all had, and if you haven't, then that means you were him, that thinks because he's such a good worker, and he is, that he's suddenly everybody's boss, he can tell everybody what to do, and he can get away with everything. And eventually that person usually finds out that no, he can't. Then Jay McCool commented, "I thought it was funny that in the main event, Adam Cole was more of a heel than MJF. He really was. Like, both of them were taking cheap shots because they're both heels, but he was definitely more heel than MJF was. MJF, hesitated a little bit." Then Jay McCool commented, "What do you think of the new Trios titles? I hate them." I mean, I get it goes with the personality of the Acclaimed, but I'm sorry, hot pink straps and even the ends being cut so that they can scissor, it takes some prestige off the titles. I don't like them at all. Not a big fan of the Acclaimed. Now I'm even less of a fan of them. Do you have to have a current license to drive an electric car? And then on this week's Davies Awesome Movies, my Davies Awesome Movies review of Serial Mom, Daniel DeLeon 69 commented, "Serial Mom? Yes. Great movie. Check it out." Then Nikki B. Jammin commented, "I was crushing hard as hell on some Ricky. After school, some Animaniacs, and a little Ricky Lake." Okay. Whoever your celebrity crush was, cool. Then Nikki B. Jammin commented, "Me too, video stores. About to order it from Amazon right now. Ricky Lake, here I come." Well, you should also check out Crybaby. She was in that too. Then Nikki B. Jammin commented, "Aw, hell, do some stuff on OJ. Tell us what it was like back then. Romancing the Stone is awesome. How about some Harry and the freaking Hendersons? That was a good movie too. Romancing the Stone, I remember I liked it, but I was so young when I saw it, I don't remember anything about it. As far as OJ, I'm not getting into that. I mean, I'll tell you what it was like back then. Every day you heard something new about O.J. Simpson. And then the J-Spud comment this week. I do not understand how you can find yourself watching such filth. This movie is a true testimony of horror and savagery. I identify solely with the young lad who had to suffer being barged in on while taking care of his carnal needs. This one time, I was paying for the excitement and delight that is the adult telephone operator of the evening. She was helping me count my piggy bank savings while I was dressed in my finest Sabbath suit and yarmulke. It was indeed a night for excitement. At the worst moment, my family came hurtling into the room yelling, "Surprise!" It was my birthday, but they call it Big Brother's Day to celebrate my older brother's accomplishments and refraining from doing the unspeakable that would make him an only son again. They laughed real hard as the change fell from between my fingers and landed on the tinted front of my corduroy pants. How embarrassing indeed. They walked out calling me Baby Carrot. I wish they would celebrate him doing the unspeakable of making himself an only son. Then the film bestie commented, John Waters is so underrated as a director. Long may he reign the king of B-movies. I agree with you that he is an underrated director, but the king of the B-movies will be the originator, Ed Wood. Then Paul Jetto commented, sorry I haven't commented much this week. Laid up with COVID. But anyway, my mom has this movie and she's bringing it for me to check out because it looks funny. I liked Crybaby, so this might be fun. It's all good. Hope you're feeling better. I've been there, I've had COVID. It's awful. Especially the fatigue. Doing the littlest things is exhausting. So I understand. But when you get this movie, hopefully it'll make you feel better. Because it's fantastic. Then the final comment this week, Jay McCool commented, can't believe I haven't seen this movie. It looks like my kind of movie. I'm going to have to check it out. Yes, you will. I hate when homeless people shake a cup of change at me. It's like, okay, I get it. You have more money than me. Don't rub it in. So there you have it. That's Comic Corner this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications for when I post new videos, and leave a comment of your own to be in next week's Comic Corner. Love you guys.